"Hi, tell me about your gym," she said. She had just walked in off the street, but our street didn't have foot traffic. She'd actually driven across town, found us despite our poor signage, and boldly walked up to the front desk. Now, I was desperate for new clients, but still, I had no idea what to say to her. "Well, we're a CrossFit gym," I stated. "Have you heard of CrossFit?" "I've just heard of it. How does it work?" she asked me. So I went into the description of constantly varied functional movement performed at high intensity, blah, blah, blah. She looked at her watch. I was totally losing her. "Sorry," she said. This is what I said. "Sorry, I'm the world's worst salesman." "Well, sell me," she replied. "I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm on my lunch hour here." So I told her about classes and I gave her the rates. Miraculously, she signed up. I was kind of surprised. My usual sales pitch took almost an hour and didn't always result in a new membership. But my short form bullets of price and schedule were actually successful at signing her up. It was my first inkling that maybe my normal sales pitch, lasting over an hour, wasn't the best. Looking back over the years and the data now, I can see that my fear of sales might have been the biggest barrier to entry to my gym. I thought I had to convince skeptics with facts and data because that's how my brain works. But what I really had to say was, here's how I can solve your problem for you. When you're trying to convince someone to do something, you're selling. Selling gets a bad reputation because it's a tool often used for evil. When we think of a salesperson, we sometimes think of someone dishonest, a man or a woman who wants to trick us, the bait and switch. We think of a one-sided deal, this lemon that's going to break down as soon as we leave the parking lot. We think of a character that we don't want to play, the poorly dressed shyster who's going to leave town as soon as we write the check. But if you're trying to convince someone to join your church, you're selling belief. If you're trying to convince someone to stop doing drugs, you're selling sobriety. If you're trying to change someone's life through diet and exercise, then you have to sell them on fitness. The uncomfortable truth in business is this: if you can't sell them, you can't save them. All of that money spent on Facebook advertising, it's a total waste if you can't convince them to sign up. In those cases, only Zuckerberg benefits. All of that time spent researching advertising, listening to podcasts, and even going to a gymnastics clinic to become a better coach. They're all a waste of time for growing your business if you can't get somebody to pay you for your service. Sorry. All the technical expertise in the world won't help your business if they won't pay you for it. So maybe you should get good at that part. Maybe you should spend, a tenth as much time learning how to convince people as you do learning how to teach the clean. Maybe you should get more reps in growing your business and fewer reps in the butterfly pull-up, or fewer reps at arguing about the butterfly pull-up in Facebook groups. Maybe you should spend twice as much time selling as you do advertising, or as we teach, 20 times as much selling as you do advertising. Maybe you didn't think about this when you opened a gym, but it's time to think about it now. Because the stuff that makes you a good coach doesn't really make you a good business owner. If you're not training your sales process, the biggest barrier to entry in your gym is you. We teach the sales process step by step in our mentorship programs. You can even have our sales specialist, Jeff Burlingame, train you and your staff even more and help you get some reps and give you prompts to get really, really good at converting people into changing their entire lives.